off of my phone. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift and how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, uplifting, inspiring, or just gives you good information you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times and needs spiritual guidance or just needs confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music I'm listening to right now it's oh goodness, it's I messed up, y'all. I forgot to put the new one out. I'm gonna sit up here and use the one from the old one, but it's changed. I'm waiting for it to load up. My bad, y'all. My apologies. It's 417 hertz of whole body generation, regeneration, cell regeneration, DNA stimulation, and repair delta binaural beats. And I will post that link in the description box below. I'm just doing too much at one time, y'all. This is gonna be my last video. Miss Carol Chapman, she dropped the line, so I said I'll go ahead and do a video for her as well. I love when y'all drop questions or concerns or things you want me to talk about in certain videos, so I can go ahead and push that out for you, just to give you that that confirmation on the things that you're guided towards to do. It's called wanting to share, Twin Flame 101. Heyoka is wanting to share their gifts and spiritual views with children and loved ones. Because a lot of times when we have children and we're, the empath Heyokas, they're already, like, if you had issues with them on conceiving them, as well as issues, throughout the pregnancy, as well as delivery and all those different situations, they are somewhat, you done passed down the empath bloodline. The legacy is going down to them. My children, they're all like that, but my middle one is my little mini me. She initiated when I call her that, but she is me. She's the only one who is very open to learn a lot of things. Anytime she knows what I do on my YouTube channel, so she's just like, Mom, what do I do on these certain situations? What do I need to, she's always asking me for advice or certain things she wants to do. She's very open about her being a Wiccan, as well as she was like, Mom, I don't want to claim Heyoka. I'm like, well, it's not about what you want to claim. It's about what you are and what you need to come to terms with. But if it's like, you already know if you're a strong empath, because there's people I physically connected with, especially one of my friends that I recently connected with. Her mom is like very, out there. Because I was like, oh gosh, her mom's vibrations is, she was like, you read my mom like a tea. And it's been passed on to her. Because some families, if you teach them while they're very young, it's open, for you to be able to teach them as you're learning as well, allowing them to not, because if it's just like, if you're trying to tell them that, oh, y'all are Wiccans, a lot of times when you say stuff like that, it puts in a negative frame of mind. I still got my, my mark from when, I was, back a couple of years, a couple of past lives back, being crucified and stuff about that. But it's just whatever you're open with on learning is you can be able to explain it to your children, because a lot of times they're more open to being that way when they're young, because they see past what we can. A lot of children, they'll sit up here and see ghosts when we don't see ghosts, or they'll be talking to their so-called imaginary friends when they're actually spirits that are communicating with them. So I just feel like, it just depends on, how are you open on talking to your children. If there's somebody in your family that carries the same, empathic traits that you do, being able to be open with them about it, because it feels so good when you're not holding this in, when, but it's, you have to be able to fill out that subject, because it's kind of like a sensitive subject for some people. With me and my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter, she's like, Mom, that freaks me out. And I'm looking at her like, my oldest one, she has one of the Harry Potter, symbols on her leg, and I started laughing at her, and she's like, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "You run around here with a witch symbol, and this is what is in your lineage is anyway." And she's like, "Mom, I'm not gonna talk about that with you." But there are certain things that comes along where she can feel out things. She's very hypersensitive. She's a manic depressive as well because of things that it has happened. So it was a lot of things. She feels everything already as it is, which is, ugh, it can be overbearing with her, because I have to really be tight with her on her being open about it. But it's just like, with my daughter, it's just like, not all of them want the touch and go type subjects. It's very sensitive to them, because my baby daughter is like, I do tarot card readings with myself, and I did one for my oldest daughter, and she's like, Mom, that's crazy, because we have never talked about stuff like this, and you can be able to tell me things that there's no way of you knowing. It was crazy when she was pregnant with my granddaughter. She just took the daggone pregnancy test, and right, I mean, it just like, she ain't even got the answer yet, or she did. And I call her, is there something you need to tell me? And then she's like, Mom, I just literally took the test. How are you gonna say? I knew about my granddaughter before she could even tell me. And it's just a blessing when you can be able to do that. But Carol, if you really want to be able to do that, because in your line of work, that's a very sensitive subject, especially if you're wanting to be a teacher and teach that. You have to get like I, my, just to do it the lawful type way, you have to be able to probably get, permission slips to see if that's okay, because, some parents be ready to sue you because you're talking about something that is not even in the school repertoire or whatever. But, if there's something that you would like to do, for yourself on the side note, you can even get, parents that are open on talking about being spiritually gifted like that, the gifts that y'all carry, have a support group, because there's a lot of us going through all those different things. That's how I would do it. But if you're talking about, wanting to do that with your children, it's all about how you're open on talking to them. Are you very selective about what you talk about? Are you, smothered about, because a lot of parents, we don't talk about things that we know that can scare our children or have them looking at us the wrong way. So it's just all about how you freely talk to your children. That will help you. As for you being a teacher, you can try to see if there's a support group, especially, with us being empaths, we can pretty much peg another empath that's around us just because of the energy they carry. They'll recognize us, and, vice versa. That's the best way to be able to do that, because, you're in a good thing as in for your gift. I feel like anybody who's really empathic, they're like doctors, they're dentists, they're let me see, they're nurses, all these different things where they know is going to help people, uplift them, help them in different ways. EMTs, even though that's Lord, I give everybody props that does the job that they do, because there's no way I can be able to deal with stuff like that. That is helping other people get well, healing and all this, even therapists, I feel like they do that as well. But as for your note, if you're trying to do this as in a classroom situation, you have to really get, because my mom used to have really good friends on, this on the as teachers, anything that they wanted to do out the norm, they had to come up with, permission slips on things that they want to be able to talk to them about, because, you don't want to just up and talk about that, and then the kids go back home and start talking about, all these weird things that they seem as foreign to them. You might get some backlash for that. So you have to be, if you're talking about doing that for your children in classrooms, just get a, permission slip, and make sure you ask, is it okay for their children to be open towards stuff like that, which I think is a good thing. But not everybody sees things the way we do. So basically, if you know that you are one of those empaths, and I'm already telling you, if you're an empath, your children are prone to be that too. When I see the situation with me and my dad, we have always been so very so connected. We've been brother and sister, twin brother and sister. like 2 or 3 times. We've been married 2 or 3 times. My grandmother has been my mother. I've been his mother, and it's like we've always been solely contracted together, and it's crazy. Like if you see my grandfather, I look a split image of my grandfather. My dad has my grandmother's complexion, and I have my grandfather's complexion. So it's always been, solely contracted about those different things. And it goes down the line of different things. If I go back into my family tree, my great grandmother, Dina, she's from the Boy on Bad. But yes, that would be a good thing. I'm very open when it comes to my children. But my youngest one and my oldest one always curves me on conversations like, mom, we don't want to talk about that. But my middle one, she's all for it. So, it's good to actually at least pass that on down to one of my children. But, the other two just don't want to, they're not into that. So I hope that helped you on your questions and concerns. Like I said before, y'all go ahead and, drop me a line, let me know if you resonate, or if there's things that you want me to talk about on a serious note, that you want me to make a video about. Please, drop me a line, let me know what you want to talk about. And if it's something I know, I have no problem doing it. If I don't, hey, I can research it. There's more new things that I need to know. You're learning off of me, and I'm learning off of you. So, drop me a line. Let me know if you resonate. I can give you a post notification shout out. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Oh, y'all have been sending me so many comments. I have not got a chance to do those from last night because I did about 10 or 12 last night right before I went to bed, and I wasn't really feeling good. Like I said, it feels like I've been hit by a Mack truck. All these different gifts that I'm, really engaging in. My whole essence is like rearranging my body where my back in between my shoulder blades is either itchy or I got sharp pains on my lower back because we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. So like my body's been going through so many different things. So please do not take offense if I have not answered your questions yet. I just see some of them. I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and do those videos. So I put that out. But I will be answering your questions to the comments of the videos throughout the day. If not later on tonight, I will definitely do that. But it's just like I'm already drained from these videos I did because I actually pushed out like 4 or 5. So I'm glad I did that. But I will be hitting your video, your comments and replying to them sometime throughout the day or even the next morning. So I hope y'all have a blessed night, like blessed day, blessed evening, wherever you're at in the world. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, share, drop me a line. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I will see you on my next video. And send out love, light, and positivity, towards others. You never know, your beautiful vibes, your words, and frequency can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love, peace, be wild.